Bonjour. 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 Welcome to the 12 o'clock broadcast of Health and Wellness on MTNLIve.ca. I'm Corey Whitford.
And again, Frank Bolio.
Today on Health and Wellness, we're going to give you updates on the COVID pandemic, daily discussion, physical health, mental health, sports and recreation, and wellness. Sports, recreation, and wellness. But first, I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you for your support and for tuning in. Want to send greetings out to our member First Nations, our nations out there, Dauphin River, Ebb and Flow, Gamblers, Lakes Manitoba, Lake St. Martin, Little Saskatchewan, Kisikuanin, Crane River, Fairford, Skownan, Chagos Valley River. Miigwech, thank you for tuning in as well. I want to say a big thank you for your support as well to all nations in Treaty 2 territory. Remember Pine Creek Nation, Duck Bay, Wayway Sakapo, Rolling River, Peguis, Sandy Bay, Fisher River, Pheasant Rump, Ocean Man, Jackhead, Birdtail Sioux, Oak Lake, Sioux Valley, White Bear, and Dakota Teepee. Thank you for your support here this afternoon. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to Health and Wellness. It's discussions on physical and mental health, sports, recreation, and wellness. Heard here every Monday to Friday at 12 noon. COVID-19 Yesterday's news,
yeah.
Updates,
and then it's 476 cases.
Dr. Brett Rosen,
yeah. And again,
476 cases yesterday. We went at 9:30 a.m. on the province of Manitoba website. Our source. It test positivity rate.
14%.
14.2%.
14.2%.
Every noon hour test positivity rate cases some advice and helpful tips, ways for us to go safely, to go with care. Don't forget, help yourselves. Daily discussions on health and wellness. So we'll be introducing tips on health and wellness and how to stay fit.
Fit. Part of fitness, man. That's toward wellness and our good health and well-being. Mental health, yes, it's those daily discussions that we are including here.
Health and wellness. Do one thing for the body. That if it's working out, if it's climbing on stairs, going for a walk. One thing for the mind, if it's calculating a cost or calculating something or figuring something out. And one thing for the spirit. That's part of health and wellness. One for the body, one for the mind, one for the body, and one for the spirit. Daily discussions, physical health. What is physical health? Is that
to keep fit, keep physical, daily routines and your own practices and our own practices in our own natural way as well.
lifting weights, drinking water, plenty of water. While you're doing your walking and running, stay hydrated. Physical health. We'll be exploring that. We're making room for physical health during this broadcast. And for the mind, something for our mental health, how to stay steady, how to be steady and sturdy and firm in your way. Coming from that viewpoint.
It's right along in our show here in Health Awareness View. Mental health
how to carry yourself in a good way and have self-care. That's what I'm hearing.
Self-care is
plenty of self-care, plenty of personal accomplishments.
I jog like 1 block a day, man.
On behalf of Treaty 2 government, Grand Chief Eugene Eastman, on behalf of our Shkabek, the helpers in all of our 7 circles, we're very proud to be here at this hour, at this moment, to unpack, to clear the way, to set a course forward, to set an exact course forward, and to talk about a lot of the stuff we need to talk about now. Sports, just watch sports
Can't put me on skates, boy.
Hockey.
Just ask me that out, chicken out. I have.
All the winter activities and the sports associated with winter, even the traditional games. I say couldn't give me the magazine game. No, we can get
Dakotas.
And the Dakotas,
You guys were sharing that game.
That's beautiful culture that's kept alive. Among those kind of sports. So we're making a spot for you right here.
Yeah, and thank you, Dakota Nations, again.
For culture, for the heritage, for with the teachings, the knowledge. Sports recreation, God doesn't demand. Wellness, but it's all part and parcel. It's a part of the whole. Wellness, overall wellness. You understand it to be
wellness. It's kind of
for example, is that like wellness, or is that overall the thought, or
I both send this 긴 하셨다고 이거 이순this 이거 이순마왜
To be resilient,
and
wellness, to be resilient, to care for yourself. Again, self-care. Me, my self-care, wellness, kind of much. That doesn't belong in my own.
anish na vet toing geya
Uh-huh.
mi men set ni wo ge u ni cho na ai yo agi tis davin na matutas nan ai adaje gi tis on mi ma bin dikai chi we nen ge ai daje den mo ki ai chi ai desne ji talks we ge ka ai ab me akina on akiti yot.
We give thanks to everyone who's continuing the traditions and the cultures and the ceremonies. Kichimi, which?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mishuan on John Yan.
Wabang ni Javan. I gonna get on day game, and tomorrow in 20 hours from now we want to go live with an interview, our first interview. Ai mi we jitchi ang iga ni jo meno man kin jo ni. Ai ja iga mish your email iga mish. Mi jena pi no tap na no manga jena kibin here. Frank Bolio ngai na kira email. Ai mawanan. Es kai go iga mas na kis ma tap sko. Sko ai. Na ge go mas na kis ma.
Sean has you know.
Me, yes, so we're working on our first interview tomorrow in 20 hours with Frank Bolio. No, must away. It is an easy.
It's a part
of easy. And
I said social distance and co-workers that we're co-hosting and
we can keep them in half a year. We want to recap interviews. We would love to host interviews with you. And then promoting Treaty 2, Women's Council, Men's Council, Youth Council, Elders Council. Our nations need to communicate what they want to communicate, what your vision is. We also want to recap and talk about history. The wellness of our history. What kind of a history have we come through, and how do we portray? How do we exact telling it in truth, in a good way?
In a good way.
In a good way, they get you. I guess 7 circles where we're gonna be having interviews with our Shkabek, our 11 helpers from all over our Treaty 2 territory. We know that bit the Bajima Kanine no de Totamat, Anine no de Ishichigeot, Anine no de Unakunigayat. And we'll be here in Gawisukagam, and we'll be here to help to bridge that, to glue that, to connect the dot. With the 7 circles and all the Shkabek in those 7 circles. Employment. It's something that we're going to be doing here. Facebook to MTNLIve.ca. The jobs, restorative peacemaking operations keeper, Mango Gawemiko in Treaty 2 territory. We must as a restorative peacemaking operations keeper. There's a
CFN research helper too, and then one I Naga Dovan the Monte I Nagachi she go no Jan Dushka Motke research Jan Dushka Motke Mingek we must as look helper 2 we took it
niche ao yan we ga we mas nege o ma ha we te we niche kai sin ka tek I gandam na ni to ne duk de ma ga ne duk ki image silk we dai we ten ka I no nda I ani mitton ma we ai ga gin ta jo sko det ha we ne Pichu igin taj usko te akina weno I kenny mi gon monsieur I kenny mi ga sa we NHL gi deja no ki deja usko te an NHL legend Fred Saskamuski jini ka sa we Gina o I just okay COVID-19 manetu shi up in win
Yeah, give it a minute of silence for our respected elder.
up chigi go ya ita ne ni na ni ba we ya
Ai ati ko ai we ada sin namang ai ke te ai we dio wase ko ko dana ma gi sek no ko mai and na wada ya ma we have very big hearts we do we touch base on a lot of things a lot of sensitive areas in our areas of culture and history and wellness Haiti John we touch base on things tragic like this I was called this number yeah so part of wellness and healing of the PTSD I kita nyo na get I kidong ya get the shini gani kajek to taji to sene ni mo ma pero we suko yang Tivagagi tu ko yang when wapo sa tamang
live health and wellness mi which ni to
yeah
we chiga we to ya no
so what is you in me it's called is you in we can't is you is the seven teachings all the way truth Mikinak digo na beket two territory
we didn't niche no go scare when go wait ni no de on behalf of Treaty 2 government on behalf of the nations condolences de Jinejamon and the Saskamoose Fred Saskamoose family it is condolences and support so I doing doing me Jinejama but
Kinanis kumut not nem kaya no maski work kinanis kumut not
I want to thank you for tuning in to our inaugural week of Treaty 2 government on social media, going from paper to digital to social media, going faster, quadruply faster, getting the message out to the nations in a split second. It's a huge leap. It's a tremendous opportunity that's just been unfolding this week. Reality. We are as good as we are strong together, united.
our voice
our time.
I and part of this wellness discussion and health that we have now we have our communication devices now
You got a call from
somebody that helped me into bringing in that discussion on wellness how Ayak Minika and Nonda we suka you to work the Women's Council.
Yeah. Someone gave you their support.
On our devices, which we do. We ask Frank Bolio 1 @outlook.com.
Kawin. Iga kinamuna di mga way sin siya mga kinagay go. News at MTNLIve.ca. Mi iga inda mo kinaya. News at MTNLIve. That's LIVE.ca. Mi ma inabi Kevin ang gan. Do you know what this symbol is? Do you know what this means? When you're making makwesigan.
Okay.
You know what this is? Nibe win, yeah. So, ikenda na win, yeah. Shitagan, yeah. Sibo ba, ikenda na ba na, o niyan?
Kitaniyan.
Makwesigan ikaya siya. Sibo ba, busy makwesigan na way sin kaso when you're doing hand gestures. Busy makwesigan. Do you know how to say baking powder? No, we want to know. This is how you say baking powder. There's a
lot of activities like that to engage with the kids nowadays. Even at home right now, that we are restricted to be at home with our own little ones, and I want to say hello, bonjour to my little ones.
And, family, we miss you.
Yeah.
Health and Wellness is heard every Monday to Friday at 12 noon. Health and Wellness will give you updates on COVID-19 pandemic, daily discussion on physical and mental health, sports, recreation, and wellness. We will have interviews with our health professionals and centers within our local nations. We will work with Women's Council and promote Women's Council in the best way we possibly can. Circle Talks.
You'll find that on that website.
That's what's coming up next after this broadcast, and we're going to have a different backdrop at 3:00. We've got a delivery truck coming in, and they're going to truck it in, and we're going to bring it in and.
And so we want to engage in a lot of even background
lighting, yeah, and lighting, higher lighting or brighter lighting. Coming up at 3:00, Circle Talks, heard Monday to Friday at 3 p.m. on MTNLIve. That's MTNLIve.ca. On Facebook, it's the same thing, MTNLIve.ca. Circle Talks, it's discussions with leaders, keepers, and guests. That's all kinds of guests that help us regarding our 7 circles. So we have guests from every circle coming in, nation and economic development. We have representatives coming in for interviews. We have lifelong learning representatives coming in. Children, families, and nation coming in. We have care and protection, natural world, coming in. We have internal and external relations representatives from our circles coming in. We have people from health and well-being coming in. Interview
restorative peacemaking.
Restorative peacemaking. Restorative peacemaking, huh? That's nice. Restorative peacemaking. I know what to reconcile with yourself, to forgive yourself, to have support as you go through that process, to give that phase in your life the respect it requires to get that mission accomplished. If I was to divide it, come to terms with it on my own, Oh my God, TP Talks tonight, TP Talks every Wednesday at 6 p.m. TP Talks, the TP Talks. Oh, and then ay, oh, and then TP Talks. On behalf of Treaty 2 Government, which heard here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. It's Sovereign Talks with our leaders, members, and our staff. Ashkabek. Kinawa yung mga awit ng kimangonggit. Ay, Grand Chief Eastman umaga tabi lagi ito gagawin. To come and share the vision of the Treaty 2 government, the First Nations in Treaty 2 territory, to come and share in unity, in a good way. Where are we going to go? What's our direction? What's our pace? What footstep are we on? We get to move forward in lockstep together. Everyone moving in one step at a time together. We're very proud to be here and help facilitate space for the governing council and the Council of Chiefs. And that's where the Council of Chiefs, the daily steps on our inherent right to govern, our laws, and unfinished treaty business, and more.
It's part of wellness and health, wellness and it's part of wellness.
When we have the right. The right to govern ourselves. The right to govern ourselves and to determine our own destiny, including the right to develop and amend our own laws. Natural law, and governance procedures based on upon the decisions of our Anishinaabe, our nations, Anishinaabe, everyone in the Treaty 2, First Nations and Treaty 2 territory. And number 7, we have the right to establish and maintain our own forms of governance, which is what you see here in real skin and bone and breathing life right now. In order to provide for the health and prosperity of our Anishinaabe, that is our sole mission. That's to ensure that that's one of the main staples of who we are and what we do. Our circles, our circles are headed by a keeper, in each community. We have one in every community, perhaps even more than one.
More.
Yeah, but initially we have one per community that is information on their community. Corey, Frankie, can you get this on the air? Can you communicate what our nation is saying? Our circles are headed by a keeper, along with help by regional office keepers and local nation helpers. Mandate kitayamin. Our mandate is to deliver objectives assigned tasks through the yearly work plans developed by each keeper. For more information, for more information, go to mtnlive.ca, or if you want to email us direct, email it to news@mtnlive.ca. mtnlive.ca.
Besok anda mahu memang sikit.
Wait.
Tahu sih biar di sini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Corey, we have to mention Facebook, yeah? That's one of our
mtnlive.ca. Mi ma kweni gani okay ma Facebook is MTN and then lowercase L, no space, IVE. Me our page, like our Facebook page. And if how would that be about that?
Just you can want or like I we know for the Facebook fans out there. Like the page. The way subscribe.
Oh, yes. Subscribe. How many subscribers?
Yeah, me.
Me which I get. For more information, I should just go to that For more information, go to mtnlive.ca. And for more information about our show, please go to our website at www.fnt2t.com. That's an abbreviation of First Nations in Treaty 2 Territory. First Nations in Treaty 2 Territory. An acronym. It's an abbreviation, an acronym. An acrobatic.
Mending kasih kita bikin nama kawan di sini.
Thank you.
Actually,
it's an inaugural process, and we to the best of our ability. We want to be a part of your vision too, because after all, it's our time.
And it's our voice.
It's our voice.
Doing it, yeah.
And it's our time.
Nunggu uji cise isni ka de uji cise asha.
Baga misema gada kwa ni wukungi kita.
Baka misema gat.
Baga misema gada.
Yeah, chai tanan to kai kimeno ai meno bigi woman ya ai. Agishna ai.
Uting dai misema gaki kita. Aho, may ato kami ni kuy kita. We'll see you from a brand new studio at 3 p.m. my friend. Happy to get you, Milich.
Aho.
Aho.